I'm Jessie Draper, the Valley Girl. What does your company do? Have you ever Googled yourself?
Totally.
What makes a great entrepreneur? What's your next big idea? Tweeting's like my favorite. Let's talk business.
I'm like the Valley Girl.
Surfing in the air like you're surfing, but you're in the air like a plane. Let's talk business with Surf Air.
Surf Air is an early-stage startup disrupting the travel industry by offering private airline memberships with no hassles, no lines, and no added fees. Wade Eyerly is the CEO and founder of Surf Air.
Well, I'm like the Valley Girl, and here we are with Wade Eyerly of Surf Air, which is a very disruptive travel company, I think, in a good way. You guys are just changing travel.
Thank you. That's what we're trying to do.
So tell me about Surf Air. What are you guys doing?
So basically, we're a flat fee membership airline. We're trying to provide access to private planes to folks who otherwise wouldn't have had it. So right now, when you fly, you're going to fly commercial, you're going to go book a ticket, and your best option is first class, business class, or commercial. And we're giving you a whole new option. We're going to let you fly in 8-passenger private planes for a single flat monthly fee.
That is so cool. So it's like a plane club. If you are a member, do you fly with people you know, or do you just get on a plane, there's 8 people and...
Yeah, so one of the things is we're a hybrid. So we're an airline in the sense that you don't necessarily know who's next to you.
Right.
But because we're a membership airline, we've got, let's say, 500 members who are flying regularly back and forth, then you're going to get to know those people who are on the planes. And one of the things you'll be able to do when you book is, it's an opt-in, but people will be able to share that they're on that flight. And so you might be booking the 9 o'clock flight and realize that your friend's on the 10, you go ahead and take that one. Because it is an intimate experience. 8 people flying on a plane is like flying around a dinner table.
Oh yeah, definitely. So how does it work? You pay a monthly fee. Mm-hmm. So how much is that?
We anticipate it'll be $1,000 a month.
Okay, so $1,000 a month, and then what can you do? Where can you fly?
So think of it like this. It's a little bit like Netflix, right? You've got 3 DVDs. You watch one, you send it back to another one.
I love Netflix.
Right? So we have the same thing. We have a rolling 4.
Okay.
So you've got 4 boarding passes you can use at any given moment.
Wow.
So as soon as you fly one, though, you're going to get another one back. That keeps any one member from sort of boxing out all the seats so that no one else can get on it. But that's the way it's going to work. And when we kick off, we'll be flying from LA to the Bay Area, Monterey, and Santa Barbara.
That's a great little, I feel like I go LA to San Francisco so often, it's ridiculous.
Well, you would. It's the perfect marriage between digital entertainment and technology.
Yeah.
So we've found that largely that's who wants to fly on the planes. That's what makes sense.
Yeah. Where did you work before this?
I spent the last 5 years in national defense. Most immediately in January. I've been an entrepreneur for 15 weeks or something.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Prior to that, I was a consultant for the National Security Agency. Before that, I was an economist to the J2, the Director of Intelligence for the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs.
Oh, that's amazing.
Prior to that, I was hunting down bad guys. So I was
hunting down bad guys.
I was a human intelligence collector.
I'm grateful for that.
So thanks.
So thank you. What made you decide to make a change and start this company?
This had been on the back burner since about 2006. My brother and I, my brother's my co-founder, and he worked for Frontier Airlines. He was managing Dallas-Fort Worth airport operations. He's also a commercial pilot. He'd fly in on 3-day weekends, and we'd go through models and iterate and look at all kinds of stuff.
And so you guys are working out of Mucker Labs.
We are, yeah.
And we met on a plane, which I thought was very ironic.
Apropos.
It's very funny.
Yeah.
It's all flying today. It's all about flying.
Okay.
So what is what made you want to make this change to the system, though? Have you had an experience that made you want to change the travel system?
Yeah, so I was, from 2003 to 2005, I was a press advance representative for Vice President Cheney at the White House.
Okay, I read that.
On the Bush-Cheney campaign, and so I was traveling as much as 27 days a month. I would fly ahead of him, so I didn't fly on Air Force 2. I flew commercial, I flew last minute, I flew one way. I was a military-age male 2 years after 9/11. So that lovely random screening, that second screening you sometimes get, I got on every flight 27 days a month for 2.5 years. I'm the guy who could literally walk up and give the president a hug, but couldn't get on a plane. So it just was a pretty intense personal experience with the pain of flying. So I got to know that and said, there's just something wrong.
Security is it's a mess.
Well, they're trying to do a very good thing.
Yes.
There are better ways to go about it.
Definitely. Do you think you're going to change the way travel is thought of?
Fundamentally.
Fundamentally. Do you guys have any competition?
Well, sure, there's lots of folks trying to do it.
Trying to do it. Okay.
You know, the main problem with air travel is that the model hasn't changed since the 1930s.
I know.
You know, in the age of the Silver Wing, DC-3, and then the DC-9, the flight itself was an experience. Celebrity chefs were the guys in first class. The flight was what you were buying. It's like buying a ticket on a cruise line.
Right.
And you bought a ticket because it was a privilege, like a movie or a ball game or a cruise ship. Flying isn't a privilege anymore. It's not something we do for the experience itself. You know, pilots are no longer gods among men, and you know this. You've seen Catch Me If You Can. Like they were treated very differently, and now it's different. Now we fly because we have to. And when you think of something that you have to do or that you need to do that's good for you, but that you don't necessarily want to,
right?
You get a subscription. That's why Gold's Gym doesn't charge you every time you walk in the door.
Yes.
It's a subscription model, and no one's done that.
You're the oldest of 8?
I am. I'm the oldest of 8 kids. Our grandfather was a pilot. So,
cool. So you have
kind of third generation aviation, if you can call it that. Actually, it's a weird quirk. My grandmother's done a lot of genealogy work, and Eyerly Aircraft was one of the first like 5 or 6 real aircraft manufacturers. It was a really unique last name. There's only a couple hundred of us in the country, and
this is what you were meant to do.
That's right. It's in the blood.
Okay, so these planes, what kind of planes are they?
We're hoping to fly a Pilatus PC-12.
Okay.
That's an 8-seater Swiss-made aircraft. Single engine. It's basically a jet engine on the front, and then they jam a propeller onto it. It's called turboprop.
You know what I find that's interesting about what you guys are doing is that, because are you familiar with ExoJet?
Uh-huh.
Do you know those guys? They're doing something totally different.
Totally different.
I love what they're doing also, but you guys are just more disruptive. I'm all about disruption.
If everybody had an ocean across the USA, then everybody'd be served like California.
You try to fly as little as possible because it's so painful. The opposite should be, you end up spending more time in your car, which is a worse way to get around.
Right.
It's much less efficient, much slower. But you do it because if you're going to go to Monterey, you're going to sit in your car for 2.5 hours because it's not worth the flight. It's going to take you 2 hours at the airport.
Wow.
So we're going to fix all that. We're going to strip out all of the pain points of travel and make it very, very simple. And the best example is like, it's our booking engine. We only ask you 3 questions. Where do you want to go? When do you want to get there? Which flight would you like to get on? That's it. That's all we need to know.
Amazing.
30 seconds or less.
What is your craziest, most horrendous travel story?
I was trying to fly out of Milan, and I was stuck in some town in Italy. They went on strike. I don't read enough Italian to know it. They've posted for weeks that they're going on strike tomorrow.
You had no
I've got to catch a flight. I go to the train station the night before because I'm going to stay in Milan. There's no trains going. And so there are hundreds of people on the park out front. Every hotel, every hostel, every YMCA, every couch in the town is full. And so on the lawn out in front of the train station, it's just people like laying on their backpacks. So I laid down and I'm sleeping on my backpack. I've been backpacking Europe for, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks by myself. And I wake up and there's somebody's like pulling something out of my bag. And I'd been in Eastern Europe for quite a while, and I was coming home. And so I just woke up in a start and I yelled at them in Russian. The guys were Serbian. They were stealing stuff from everybody. And they were like, oh, he's our cousin, because I yelled at him in Russian. So like, give him his stuff back. So I only had like 4 or 5 t-shirts or something. So they handed them back to me and they went off to go steal from other people. But I suddenly felt very unsafe.
Oh, yeah.
So I picked up my backpack. It's like 2:30 in the morning, and wandered through this town. And I ended up sleeping in a roundabout where there were hedges in a circle and a roundabout. I slept in the middle. I woke up about 7:30, feeling pretty refreshed. Traffic going all around me. You know, it was rush hour. Put the backpack on, head up to the train station, got to the airport just fine. But
oh my gosh. So can we continue this conversation in Russian? I don't speak Russian, but you could
it'll be harder for you then.
It will be.
But yeah, I'm fluent in Russian.
Okay, so what piece of advice, if you were going to give a new entrepreneur starting out, what is one piece you would give to, that you've learned in these 15 weeks, that you would give to a new entrepreneur?
Все, что сделайте со своими друзьями. Everything you do with your team, do with your friends.
That's so great. Okay, I was thinking we would make some paper airplanes.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm going with the classic.
That is a classic. It's beautiful.
It is.
This is a little Stingray airplane.
That's amazing. Okay, let's throw them.
All right.
Ooh, it's like a boomerang.
Mine too.
I'm like the Valley Girl.
And I'm like Wade Eyerly of Surf Air.
And now it's time for your Dits moment.
That was amazing. You got it. First try.
I think it's not rocket science.
It's not.